everybody. Hope you're all having a great night. So I wanted to come back to you because earlier when when I was hiking, I put out that video talking about um, what I noticed with Tony Horton. And I don't know if you guys might be confused. I noticed one person was confused and a couple of people over on Instagram actually agreed with what I was talking about. So I wanted to come to you guys and just clear anything up, just in case there was any confusion. And again, I'll be putting out a more in-depth video later on at some point to talk about this whole circumstance. Is it a huge deal? Maybe, to you guys or whoever, it might not be a huge deal. But to me, it's a huge deal. When I came to you guys, I'm coming to you. I just want to explain to you where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a space where people come to me and they ask me questions about training. There's a lot of misinformation in the community. So, you guys being trainers yourselves know that there's tons of misinformation out there. That misinformation can cause injury or it can cause people to just spin their wheels and not get anywhere as far as their training goes. So I'm coming from a place of knowing that because I deal with people when they come to me to ask me questions in regards to training. So that's my space. I'm coming to you guys from a place where people talk to me all the time and they tell me I bought this machine. I mean, you guys got to see my Instagram inbox. Why have I been using Tonal for a year and nothing's happening? So I try to help people. And so that's where that training comes in, right? But I'm coming from a space where this could be dangerous. There's so much misinformation out there and it could be dangerous. Now, I'm not saying I know everything. Absolutely not. Nobody knows everything. But that's why I posted what I posted because and I'll just re-explain it for anybody who doesn't know or doesn't understand what's going on. In one of the training videos, what Tony Horton said was misinformation. As in my opinion, as far as reps go, and also in my opinion, as far as his actual stance on what he referred to as muscle building and shaping. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about. That's why I brought that up because if I was if I didn't know how to train, I would be depending on this machine to help me train, right? And I'd be listening to what he's saying, and I would be confused because that's what misinformation does. It confuses people. And not only would that confuse me, but I would leave thinking, okay, this guy's a professional. He knows what he's talking about. And I would walk away with the wrong understanding of what building muscle is. And I would walk away with thinking, oh, yeah, you can shape your muscle and all this stuff. Oh, muscle shaping is different. So I didn't mean to come across like from left field. And looking back, I guess I can kind of see if you guys didn't see the Instagram post that I put up, if you guys didn't see the community board post that I put up, you guys might be thinking, all right, I don't really know where Joe's coming from. Guys, I got no problem with the machine. The machine's amazing. I tell you guys all the time, I can't say it enough. The machine's incredible. As far as the company and the training goes, I've been saying from day one, it's all documented on the channel, right? So if you really want to look, you can see I've been saying there's good things and bad things about it. And so one of the bad things is the fact that the actual machine itself, sometimes when it comes to reps, will shortchange people on reps as far as their actual strength goes. And so they don't know that they have to do more reps. Or sometimes it will overkill them on reps. You guys don't know how many people I've spoken to where they've told me that this machine will tell them to do 10 reps on a set and they can't even lift the handles. So the machine is telling them to do 10 reps. They don't know much about training, so they think the machine is, telling them the right information, and they're over there breaking their backs on this machine. And that can cause injury. And so that combined with bad training in general, as far as the coaches go, if the coaches are not training you properly, if they're saying things that don't make sense, if they're pointing you in the right direction, that combined with that can be disastrous for you. So that's why I came from what seemed like left field. So I got no problem with the machine, guys. I love the machine. I'm not looking for problems with the company. But at the end of the day, when you're putting information out that people are supposed to benefit from, and I've spoken to you got to understand, I've spoken to so many people who've had the same problems. Maybe you personally haven't, but you're not in a position where people are going to come to you and tell you this stuff. I am. So I've heard from people many, many times. Yeah, the machine's done this, or yeah, the coach told me this. Oh, I haven't gotten any results. I've heard this so many times. And so now today I saw it firsthand, and it was a reminder, and I just can't stand the misinformation. I really don't like it. There's too much of a shroud of misinformation on the entire bodybuilding community, weight loss community, and whatever else. You guys have no idea. I still, no matter how many videos I've done, I still get people coming to me saying, "Why is Tonal not helping me lose weight?" It's crazy. So, that's why I was coming to you guys. That's why I want to talk to you guys. You guys might remember, my mom, I was training her at one point on the machine. You might remember that. I have the videos on the channel, however many videos there were, right? She was doing great. But that's because I was with her. If she was to go on the machine alone, with the information that the machine gives, with the amount of weight that the machine prescribes, she could walk away with an injury, or she could walk away just spinning her wheels. When I was with her, when she was using the machine at when we were training on it, I would specifically dial in what she needs to do and explain to her what she had to do. Because this machine, and I've been saying it since day one, is not the end-all be-all for your training. It is not. It is not. If you think I need to get in shape and I want a personal trainer, I'm going to go out and buy Tonal, and I'm going to be set for life, and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to change my entire life. Maybe you will if you already have a history of training. But there's no way that you're going to pick this machine up and they're going to teach you everything that you need to know on this machine. And this is not new news, guys. I'm not telling you this. This is not something brand new. I've been telling you this. Whether that flew by some of your screens and you didn't see it, or maybe you guys just didn't understand what I was saying. But I'm trying to be really, really clear so that I don't look like I'm coming from left field. I hear this often, where people are telling me the machine's prescribing too much weight, or, well, they don't tell me it's prescribing too much weight. I tell them, hey, the machine's giving you too much weight, or it's giving you too little weight. So that's the deal. I hope you guys understand. I hope I didn't look like I came from left field. If I came from left field, it is what it is. But, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to imagine people out there getting hurt because they're listening to something that's supposed to be helping them. That bothers me. That kills me. And it kills me even more because it's such an incredible piece of technology. The machine itself is just amazing. So, like I've been saying for the longest time, you guys have to do your own due diligence. I've been saying this for years now. Years. And there's many new people who are buying the machine, finding the channel, coming on, asking questions and stuff like that. So if you guys have specific questions that I can answer in a comment, drop a comment and I'll try to answer those questions. But if it's an in-depth question that I can't answer in a comment, if it's super personal, if it's like 4 paragraphs long, if it's an individual training question, reach out to me on the link that's in almost all of my videos, and you can schedule time with me and I can answer it like that. There's no way I can get into every single person's life and livelihood and breakdown of their routines and all that stuff. I can't do it in a message on Instagram. I can't do it. There's too many messages. So anyway, guys, I hope that explains where I'm coming from. If you guys got great results from the machine, good for you. I hope they continue. I'm just upset that this machine puts people in a position to waste their time, get hurt, or anything in between. It just bothers me. It really bothers me. And if it was just the machine, I can understand. If it's just the machine, no problem. Artificial intelligence isn't that intelligent. But when it's the trainer, him or herself, that is giving wrong information and sharing information that doesn't make sense, like there's a difference between building and shaping muscle, and then talking about reps that are questionable, which that makes a huge difference. The amount of reps you put on a set makes a huge difference in your training, depending on how old you are, depending on the goals that you want, and all this stuff. So when you have Tony Horton saying stuff like what he said, that he knows, I am sure he knows is wrong. He's been in this game for a long time. If he doesn't know that it's wrong, then he's not a good trainer, in my personal opinion. But that's what it is, guys. I hope you understand. That video earlier might have looked like it came out of left field, but for me, from my perspective, it didn't come out of left field. And maybe I assumed you guys would understand where I was coming from without explaining in great detail what I was talking about. Now, Tony Horton, I'll give a breakdown for anybody who cares to listen. Tony Horton said that classic hypertrophy, okay, is 15 reps. I'm showing you classic hypertrophy. Okay, great. So for anyone who doesn't know, hypertrophy is the breakdown of your muscle so that it can build muscle. That's what hypertrophy is. So he called his 15 rep set classic hypertrophy. Then he went ahead and said, but if you want real muscle growth, that's 6 to 8 reps. Okay, well, I thought the classic hypertrophy was how to build muscle, right? Because you called it hypertrophy. No, but 6 to 8 reps is the real muscle building. But if you want striations in your muscle, or you want vascularity, 15 reps. That's what this is good for. Okay, so you just changed it now. Because striations, number one, those are naturally occurring in your muscle. If you have low body fat percentage, you will see striations. And vascularity, you will only see if you have a low percentage of body fat. So that 15 rep range has nothing to do with either of those. Nothing. And you contradicted yourself because you said that it is classic hypertrophy, which would mean best for muscle building, 15 reps, and then said 6 to 8 reps is a better range. Now, there's a whole bunch of people who, and the reason why that got me so upset is because that misinformation can cause people to waste their time and or get hurt. Because if you have somebody say, oh, well, he said 6 to 8 reps is best for muscle building, guys, 6 to 8 reps is a low rep range. 5 reps, you're using 5 reps when you want strength building, when you want to build strength. You're not looking for muscle hypertrophy or muscle building at that point. Strength and muscle, completely two different things. So you're looking at 5 reps when you want massive strength gains. You're telling me 1 rep more, 6 reps is best for muscle building? You guys might be looking at me and thinking, Joe's crazy. I don't understand what he's saying. If you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I don't know how well-versed you guys are in training. I know a lot of you are very well-versed in training, and some of you aren't. And that's why you bought the Tonal in the first place. Because you guys might not be well-versed, and you thought Tonal would be giving you what you need. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying, let me know in the comments. Am I making sense? Am I crazy? I mean, let me know. I do my best to give you guys good quality information, and I've been telling you this kind of stuff in less detail for a long time because I never wanted you guys to buy this machine if you weren't already equipped to use it properly. This machine's told me in the past to put the arms in the wrong position. It's automatically calculated my weight wrong. Does that mean that this machine is garbage? Does that mean that the trainers suck? Does that mean any of that stuff? No, it doesn't. But what it means is it puts you in a position to get hurt if you don't know any better. But when you have a trainer physically standing there and giving out the wrong information, that's kind of inexcusable. If the machine makes a wrong weight suggestion and needs to be recalibrated, if it tells you the wrong position for the arms, if it does something along those lines, well, that's not really anybody's fault. That's not Tonal's fault because it's the machine. The machine screwed something up. But when you have a guy who's there who's supposed to be guiding you to reach your goal, and he's guiding you and in the wrong direction and giving you the wrong information, I'm telling you, It's ridiculous. I see a comment, they should hire you as a trainer, in my opinion. Thank you so much. I appreciate that love. I really do. You have no idea. I really do appreciate that. Um, I'm sure they don't like me. I'm sure that Tonal doesn't like me because I tell you guys what it is. I talk to you guys. I've been telling you guys since day one, you don't need the trainers as long as you know how to train. And I've done my best to help you guys train for a long time for free. For a long time for free, people would hit me up on Instagram and they would go ahead and say, how do I do this? How do I get to my goal? Guys, I've helped so many people lose weight and build muscle. And I was doing it for free just out of the kindness of my heart. And it's all good. But it got to a point where I said, I can't keep doing this. My wife, in fact, told me, Joe, you can't keep doing this. You have a full-time job. You're helping these people, which is great. And it fulfills my heart. I love it. I mean, you guys saw the progress that me and my mother made, when I was training her. You guys saw the progress. So I appreciate that. But, and I wish I could do it for free for everybody and somehow still be able to live, but I can't. So that's why people schedule the time with me. And, that's why I had to put that into like a more business aspect because I give all my time away and then it's like I have no time for family or whatever else. So, but I do appreciate that. Thank you. I really I don't think the trainers, I don't think they're doing it wrong on purpose when they are doing it wrong. I'm not saying everybody's doing it wrong. I'm sure there's a ton of good trainers on there. But again, that remark, I turned on Tonal and I was like, I've let me do a program. Let me check this out because I had just done a class with somebody the day before. And that gentleman told me, yeah, I've been trying to build muscle for a year and it's not happening. And so he told me exactly what he's doing. And it was apparent. Yes, this is why you're not building muscle. This is why. And because he was listening to the machine. That's why he wasn't building muscle. He was listening to the machine. Not only that, he was following the programs. So when he would explain to me about the programs, I realized, yeah, that's why it's not happening. So we got a game plan going. We figured out what he's going to do. I gave him a ton of insight and information that he can use. And so I am confident that his whole entire goal, he's going to level up his training now. I know that. So I feel confident in that. Again, amazing machine. I don't want to keep having to say it. You guys know, you watch my channel, you know, it's an incredible machine. But guys, sometimes it gives you the wrong information. And if you don't know any better, and if you don't know what your goal is and how to get to that goal in the first place, how to get there in the first place, then this machine could help you waste your time or it can hurt you. And I don't want to see you guys hurt. I don't want to see you guys hurt. For the longest time, I don't know if Tonal tells you this or not. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. It probably does, but so many people have come to me and told me, yeah, I got shoulder impingement because when I start the weight on the bench press at the bottom of the rep. Tonal might tell you, but sometimes it'll glitch up and it doesn't tell you. I don't know if the trainers mention it, but that's why I'm saying if you don't have the knowledge already, you can get hurt. So I don't want to see anybody hurt. So I hope I clarified things. I hope between this video, that last video that I did where I was kind of ranting over in the woods over there, I hope that makes sense. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Drop a comment. I wish you guys the best always, and I want to see you guys succeed. Like I said, I've had the privilege of training so many of you, whether it was for paid training or for free, because really I was training so many people for free for the longest time. And I want to see you guys do the best, Anyway, have a great night. Thank you for everybody who shared your time with me. I truly appreciate it. Thank you all for the love when you guys show love, and I hope that I came across the wrong way. Got you. Yeah, there's a lot of good people. There's a lot of good people in the company. There's a lot of good people who train. I haven't had the privilege of ever seeing Joe, but thank you, FaZe. Have a good night, man. But yeah, so I'll let you guys go. Thank you, everybody who's spent time with me tonight. Be safe, and I'll see you guys on the channel. All right, take care. Be well.